Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Summit Alliance Advantage weekly product webinar. This week we're going to be going over the Royal Neighbors product that they've just come out with, the new JETerm with RNA. And it's a phenomenal term product that can be used in many different cases. It's going to be a really great and competitive product for mortgage protection, but then again also for people that are just looking for very convenient non-medical term insurance at a very competitive price. Now, many of you know about Royal Neighbors if you've seen some of our product webinars before, especially the Simplified Issue Whole Life product with Royal Neighbors, their final expense product. We've gone over the member benefits that are available with Royal Neighbors, and I encourage you to check those out. They have phenomenal benefits. Being a fraternal organization, they have additional member benefits for their certificate holders, and they don't call their members policy owners, or they don't call their certificates policies. They actually call them certificates, and part of that being again because they're a fraternal organization, and again they have instead of being a for-profit organization, a non-profit organization, which allows them to take all the additional monies and stuff and apply those towards member benefits. And so again, through competitive scholarships, natural disaster assistance, and just many more other benefits that are available through Royal Neighbors. Now, the Jet Issue Term, this again is a product designed for many different scenarios. For the most part, the target market are clients between the ages of 25 and 60, who are looking for the most coverage with the lowest premium amount, and along with their level premiums for a set period of time, they want to make sure their premiums are never going to go up. And, of course, to have something in place for the event of an untimely death, and whether that coverage is to cover, the mortgage amount, replacement of income, or some type of debt, or just additional funds for the family to survive on. So, again, it's a great product with many different uses. And some of the product features and benefits, it's an e-app process. Using reflexive questions. Basically what that's saying is that you're going to be able to get a decision right away. It's a true point-of-sale process. It's not reviewed by an underwriter as long as it falls within the non-medical limits, and we'll talk about those non-medical limits here shortly. Now, another great benefit to this product is the fact that the age last birthday is what they go by. So if your client is 55 today, but they turn 56 next week, then you can get them covered at age and quote them, and they can lock in age 55, again, because you don't have to round to the nearest birthday. Also, they have unique riders for the JETerm. Many, but one of the very unique riders is the fact that they have a cancer waiver rider, which will waive all premiums, and we'll get into some of the riders as well. This again is just another product feature they have. Another product feature they have is the option to convert to permanent coverage. So someone can get their term policy and they can convert that into permanent coverage at a later date. So that's a great benefit there. Now, some of the parameters of the product and what it covers, again, these are level premiums, which can be level all the way up to age 95 if they take advantage of the annual renewable term. But the premiums, again, are level for the set term period. As an example, if it's issued for a 15, 20, or 30-year term, the premium will stay the same the time period that it was issued for. And again, premiums remain level until the end of the level premium and default to the annual renewal term to age 95 if they elect to take advantage of that, or they can convert it before then to a whole life policy, to a permanent type coverage. Now, the issue ages on a 15-year term, you can cover all the way up to age 65. So between the ages of 18 and 65, on a 20-year term, you can cover all the way up to age 60, and on a 30-year term, you can cover all the way up to age 50. So again, someone 50 years of age can get a 30-year term, which will cover them to age 80. Phenomenal product. The face amount's a minimum of $50,000 and a maximum of $5 million. Now, it's banded, and the underwriting is based on the bands. You can get all the way up to $250,000 non-medically. Now, that's available for ages. Up to $500,000 non-medically, and that's kind of the huge benefit to this product, is the fact that you can get so much coverage without a medical exam. So If you want $500,000 worth of coverage, as long as you're, 50 years or younger, you can get that non-medically all the way up to $500,000. So again, you kind of see the chart there. If someone wants over $500,000, it's fully underwritten no matter what age. If someone's over age 50 and they want more than $500,000, then it's fully underwritten, paramed and things to that effect. But for the most part, again, you can get someone covered all the way up to $500,000 without a medical exam with their simplified issue underwriting. And again, that's basically completing the application electronically through a tablet, through a computer, your laptop, or through a smartphone. It can be done. So again, you have many options to submit the application electronically. Now, some riders that they have and some of the age limits here, they have a total disability waiver of premium rider. Now, just make sure no one gets confused. That's a waiver of premium if the client becomes disabled. That's not a disability benefit that's paid out. So that's going to waive the premium of the coverage for the duration of the disability. So if it's a lifetime disability, a permanent disability, then they're going to have that premium waived for the entire time of the disability. And that's available from ages 18 to 55. And you can see the issue ages and when it's available. Now, most of their riders are available only at issue except for the child term rider. That one can actually be added after they've already applied and been approved for the coverage. But all other benefits, if they want to take advantage of those, then they need to add them at time of application. So again, you have the accelerated living benefit rider, which will accelerate a portion of the death benefit if terminally ill or if in a nursing home facility. Then they also have the accidental death benefit rider, which will pay an additional amount if the death is due to an accident. So it will pay the full amount due to natural causes, and if you added the accidental death benefit, it will pay that additional amount if it's a death due to an accident. And then, as mentioned, they have the Promise Plus rider, which is a cancer waiver rider. So if someone's diagnosed with cancer, they don't have to worry about taking care of their life premiums. Those are going to be waived for them while they're taking care of that medical challenge. And then again, the Children's Term rider, which can be added at any time away from time of issue during time of issue or after time of issue. Then also the Guaranteed Insurability rider. This is giving the client the ability, if they add this, to extend their coverage without evidence of insurability. So they can increase their coverage at certain ages or certain life events. And we'll get into those here shortly. Now, starting off with the total disability waiver premium rider, again, it's only available at issue. This is going to waive the premium in the event of total disability of the insured, and the disability must occur before the insured's 60th birthday. So Royal Neighbors will waive the premium until the insured is no longer disabled. Again, so very powerful rider there for what it will do. And again, it's subject to a 6-month waiting period. In most cases, it's a 3-month waiting period before it starts to waive the premium. There's also the first 24 months of total disability, basically defined by unable to perform duties of regular occupation. After 24 months of total disability, unable to perform any occupation reasonably suited based on education, training, or experience. So again, if you're totally disabled, they're going to waive those premiums, if you're unable to perform, based on your education, training, or experience. That's important to know there. Also, the Accelerated Living Benefit rider. This is available only at issue, and again, this is for terminal illness and nursing home confinement. So it's going to give them access to a portion of the death benefit if diagnosed with a terminal illness or confined to a nursing home. Another rider that they have available, as previously mentioned, the Accidental Death Benefit rider, which they can get amounts anywhere from $10,000 up to $300,000. So if, again, it's very inexpensive to add this, but it can really increase the death benefit if it's a death due to an accident. So again, they can add this for very inexpensive. Some additional riders, as mentioned, one of the special riders they have, the Promise Plus, it's a cancer waiver rider. So again, if someone is diagnosed with cancer, then it's going to waive the premiums on all of the riders, and including the riders as well. Now, the child term rider. This is a unique benefit because of the fact that it can be added after So, you know, a child is brought into the family through adoption or born, you know, whatever the case, stepchild, you know, whatever my marriage, then again, that can be added to the policy. It's a $5,000 death benefit for each child of the insured under the certificate. And, you know, if the insured dies while the child rider is in force, the insurance on each child will continue as long as the child meets the definition of an insured child. And no further premiums will be due for the rider. You know, so again, something happens to the person that had the coverage and they had the child's rider on there, the children are still covered without paying further premium, you know, until they reach the age limits or whatever the case may be. Now, an insured child is any child, stepchild, or legally adopted child of the insured who is at least 15 days of age and who is not yet 18 years old. In addition, an insured child can include any children who's enrolled in an accredited educational institution and has not reached 25 years of age. So if you have someone enrolled in school, you know, again, they can have that coverage up until age 25. And if the rider is added, you know, after the issue date of the certificate, an insured child, you know, it also, again, includes stepchildren or any children born to, insured, or legally adopted by the insured before the child's 18th birthday, and if the child is, again, at least 15 years of age. You know, so some pretty neat riders that they have there. Another unique rider that they have is the guaranteed insurability rider. Again, it's only available at issue. And this is going to guarantee the insured the right to purchase $25,000 of additional insurance at specified future option dates without evidence of insurability. So it has the ages listed there. So if someone's 25 years old and they take this out, and you know, a few years later, they can increase it at age 28, and you see the ages there. So, and they can do this up to $100,000, so they can increase it 4 times if they want to. Another thing that can kind of override those dates would be life events. So if someone's had a marriage before one of those ages hit, then, you know, again, they can increase the coverage based on the life event. If they had the birth or adoption of a child, again, they can increase the coverage based on the life event. So, you know, any of these life events will allow them to increase the coverage, and again, they can increase it all the way up till age 65, or after the $100,000 of additional insurance has been purchased. And, you know, again, and now this is not available if a substandard class has been issued, and basically what that means, if the client applies for the coverage and takes a medical exam and gets a substandard rating, then this rider's, they're not eligible for that rider. And another, of course, we talk about it. We talk about how Royal Neighbors, you know, they took some time to come out with it because they wanted to make sure it was competitive. And, you know, just kind of looking at some of the comparisons here. And this is an example based on a 20-year term, age 35-year-old, who is looking to get $150,000 in coverage. So at Royal Neighbors of America, the 20-year term for $150,000, you can see the rates for a male and a female. You know, a female, $277. You know, so again, you know, a company by women, for women, supporting women, they're going to have better rates for females. So you notice the huge difference there, $277 compared to the other companies. I think the next most competitive rate there would be United of Omaha Life, Mutual of Omaha, basically their Term Life Express for $360 a month. So, you know, again, you have some very competitive rates with these products, and you're able to get your clients covered right away, and you can see how competitive they are in comparison to other companies. Now, what's great about Royal Neighbors, they make it easy to quote their products. You know, many of you have probably seen this before, www.rnaquickquote.org. And this is going to allow you to basically run quotes from your smartphone, from your computer, from your tablet. Very easy to run quotes. So as an example here, you'll simply go to you know, rnaquickquote.org, and again, you can do this from your smartphone. You hit on the calculator option, and from there, you set up the parameters of the client. So, you know, let's just say we're looking at a 45-year-old female. It's a non-smoker female, and we'll go ahead and do this example in Texas, and we click Next. Now, what's great about this, I call this software Jason-proof, better known as dummy-proof, because it will not allow you to click on anything that the client is not eligible for. So notice this client is 45 years old, so they're not eligible for their final expense product, so those are shaded out. What we're looking at here is the term product from $50,000 to $5 million. So we're going to select the product that we're wanting to quote. And let's just say in this example we want to do 150,000. We simply come here, we enter the amount, we enter calculate, and the next page will give us our options as far as what they're eligible for and the monthly rate. So a 15-year term, you can see that that would be $38.67 a month. The 30-year term, you can see that would be $69.47 a month. So again, you can make adjustments in this if you need to. If you want to come back here, let's take a look at 100,000. Make sure it's comfortable for the client's budget. Simply go back, and now you have your lowered rate. So, you know, very easy to run quotes here. And again, they make it very easy. So, as an example here, let's just say you had someone 66 years old. We know that this product is not for someone 66 years of age. We'll take them to another company, another direction. But again, it's JETerm proof, so it's shaded out there. So you cannot quote something that the client is not eligible for. So you know, keep that in mind. Makes it pretty easy to run quotes for the clients. So again, if you have questions on that, I would go there. Recommend going there, kind of running some scenario quotes. And if you have questions on that, of course you can contact us. Of course you can contact Royal Neighbors. That brings up another great point about Royal Neighbors. They have some of the best agent support in the market. You know, there will be many times when you're dealing with carriers and it just seems like they're understaffed. You know, they have so much business going on, they have so much happening. You call in and you're placed on hold for an hour, and then you get the please leave a message after the tone, and you'll receive a call in the next 24 hours. Or the person you get on the phone may not necessarily be suited to handle the question that you're trying to get answered. But at Royal Neighbors, just about everyone that answers the phone can handle just about any scenario, whether that be you know, new business, pending business, contracting questions, product questions. You know, they're going to get that question answered right away. They're going to get it answered the first time you call. So, you know, you know, we're really excited about working with them. And, you know, we've had a great relationship with them for many years, and, you know, rightfully so. You know, it's always refreshing when you can find a company that has such great agent services. Now, as far as submitting their application, basically streamlining is what their JETerm is all about. You know, we know it's a great term product, and it's going to allow your client, you know, to fly through the application process. And, you know, there's basically one way to do this. You need to, first, you need to go create an account. So you need to log on to Royal Neighbors website and look for the e-app link. And once you click on the e-app link, you're going to see a button for right there in front of you where it says create an account. It's going to look just like that button there. So you click on that button, create an account, you enter your information, and from there, once you've created the e-app account, you can now complete your JETerm e-app just completely through tablet, computer, or smartphone. And if you've already created your account, then of course you'll click on use the JETerm e-app. Now, what's great about it, again, it's JETerm proof. You go through it, it has the blanks, it tells you exactly what needs to be filled out. And that's what streamlines the process, because you're not going to make a mistake, because again, it's self-explanatory, it has the blanks available, and it's pretty basic. It's client name, information, you know, it's the amount of coverage that they're looking for and applying for, and then it's going to ask them the medical questions that you just simply answer. So again, very easy to complete the application with the Royal Neighbors JETerm product. And you know, with that, you're going to get compensated very quickly just the same. Now, you'll notice the important note at the bottom, you know, the Jet issue term, electronic application. If you're doing it from, you know, a tablet or a smartphone, it will only function on an Android or iOS operating system, your Apple operating system. So, I mean, pretty much the majority of smartphone users have one of those platforms in most cases, so it should cover the majority of that for you. But otherwise, it'll work just fine on a laptop or a tablet. So, you know, again, a streamlined application process, that means so much for a new agent. That means so much for a seasoned agent, you know, because you can get that done right away without worrying about getting an application turned in, missing a signature, filling out something wrong, writing not legible to the underwriter, or whatever the case may be, not gathering enough information. You know, so again, it has all the blanks for you to fill out. It's not going to let you move forward until you have everything completed. So very, very easy to complete the application. You know, with that, We have some attachments covering the majority of the information I covered today that are attached to the webinar. Another important thing we have is a state availability chart. So if you're looking to grow your agency in other markets, take a look and see where this product's available. And with that, you also have the agent information guide that kind of gives all of the details that I just went over as far as the parameters of the product, the age limits, the limits on the coverage amount, the banding, the non-medical portion in comparison to when they have to take a medical exam. All that information is included with this webinar, attached to this webinar. So, look for the attachments button and download those attachments. There's also a client brochure there for you to refer to. And again, all of this information is on the agent.royalneighbors.org website. So again, go there. Log in, you can download the information, you can gain access to additional training material. They also have great webinars, phenomenal training webinars that instruct you on each product, on how to complete a different task with Royal Neighbors. And, so again, more support with Royal Neighbors and a great partnership with Royal Neighbors. So, use them to your advantage. And, they have many advantages, from getting your client covered quickly, from having great products, from having great agent services, to getting agents paid quickly. They are the fastest paying carrier that we have. If you don't have them in your back pocket, you want to get them in your back pocket. You may even want to put them in your front pocket because, again, a phenomenal carrier. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call at the office, give Royal Neighbors a call, or send me an email. Don't forget to download the attachments that go along with the training webinar today. And, again, if you have any additional questions, please reach out. We'd love to get those questions answered for you. That concludes today's Summit Alliance Advantage webinar on the JETerm product with Royal Neighbors. So, again, I want to thank everyone for being on.